I am live for the official weigh-in of the Day of Reckoning, people. I will let the chat load. I have just created the live stream, so no worries, no pressure, but I am here to get it on. Let's counterpunch. So, the Day of Reckoning, this is the day before the day. Will be the last time all of these fighters that are in the days of reckoning, or should I say the Day of Reckoning, will see each other before getting it on. So this should be an intense event right now. Okay, so this separates the men from the boys. This separates the real from the fake, simply because this is the last time. We got Junior Fa coming out right now. So, okay, that was weird. But when you guys come in, hit that like button. Um, so Junior Fa is the first to come out to weigh in. So we will see his official weight and Junior Fa. You don't really hear a lot about Junior Fa. Boxing fan, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Let's hit that like button as we come in, as we plethora in. Then we got my boy Frank, the Cuban Flash Sanchez. He's coming in, and he rekindled his relationship with the Reynosos, which is the same trainer of Canelo Alvarez. Okay, just that's worth mentioning there. Frank Warren's been all over this. Crom, hello, Crom. Counterpunch to you. What's going on? Okay, he's getting on the scales. Woo! 278. Jesus Christ. Wow. Now the Cuban Flash is about to get on the scales. He looks like he's shredded. That's a good thing. He looks a lot smaller. Yes. Yes. He looks a lot smaller. He looks trimmed. That's how he should look. You know what I mean? I would want him smaller than that, but I mean that's a lot better than when he fought Negron. When he fought Negron, he was chunky, bro. He was chunky. Sanchez better not be a fat again. No, he looks good. Ask Skip, he looks good. Yeah, Junior Fa, fighting Frank Sanchez. I think, I don't think that's a step up for Junior Fa. I don't think that Junior Fa will beat him. You know what I mean? He seems like a good bloke, but Frank Sanchez he has the momentum. He's on his way. He's doing exactly what he wants to. James Bash, peace, Kurt. Hope you're feeling better, man. I am feeling better, man. Got myself a little haircut. You know what I mean? Had to shave up a little bit. Maybe I had a little pollen in my beard or whatever, but I still got the cough, but I'm still going to be here. I got some concoction ready. I got some ginger. I got some garlic. I got some honey. I got some lemon. Then I got a whole lemon in there. Lex Gaming YT, what's up, Kurt? You know what to expect with the big guys. Absolutely. Drama! Yeah, man, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get it. I'm just wondering, if YouTube is sending out all my notifications. We got 9 people in here. This is the Day of fucking reckoning. This is supposed to be the biggest year ever. So I'm thinking, where is everybody? You know what I mean? Where did everybody go? Tomorrow I'm waiting. He says he's working on winning and a knockout. Well, he also said, hey, but first he said, hey, I'm really working on winning, okay? And I'm looking for the knockout. That's what he said. En el cubano. In the language of Cuban language, sir. Peoples. For those that no habla español. A lot of people have all notifications turned off when you are subscribed to 100 plus channels. It gets annoying to have all of them. Yeah, but it's still shitty though, Mark Demori. Yeah, he's one of those guys, though. Mark Demori. See, those guys that have nothing to lose, they're kind of dangerous. They're dangerous, man. Blessings on you, Kurt, and everyone in the chat from over here in Liverpool, England. Alan Skill. I am Theo. I am very Theo. Bars. Appreciate you, brother. James Bash coming in with that cash. Man, I can't lie. I get mad jittery when Wilder and AJ are going to fight. I feel like I'm on 20 cups of coffee. Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I used to have those feelings back in the day. I still kind of get them though, but they're not like they used to be, man. You know what I mean? Like maybe AJ and Wilder kind of, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury, not at all. When I see Tyson Fury fight, I could care less how it is, but definitely. We got big Philip Hergovic up there. He's fighting Mark Demori. This should be good for Philip. But then Mark, you know, he has a tricky style, though. Okay, so Mark.
Philip Hergovic is taking on his second Australian in a row. Last in against Dempsey McKean. Stopped Dempsey McKean in the final round.
That was a shit fight, bro. If you guys didn't see Philip Hergovic versus Dempsey McKean, you wouldn't miss nothing.
I think they're both pretty much where we would expect them to be. Demori a little bit lighter than his last fight, half a stone lighter. He's 17 stone 4. Hergovic is a touch heavier, which is the 3 pounds. So he comes in at 246, which is 17 stone.
He gets on the box. Like, what the hell is that about? We got a cushion. Why would Mark Demori want a cushion? It ain't gonna matter when you get in the ring. Mark Demori got a damn mini bed mattress under him, trying to, you know, elevating his height and shit. What is up with that? Yeah, I only feel this way with Wilder and AJ. Eliezer Feliciano. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, my brother.
Yeah, like I say, Mark Demori.
What's 17 stones for? What is that? Somebody tell me what 17 stones for is, because that's the only thing I caught.
Balls and power. Are you afraid of this guy? He's been the boogeyman in the head for a while. A lot of people wouldn't even go in the ring with him.
A lot of respect. He's very good. I followed his career through his amateur. Don't get me wrong, I know he's brilliant, but I'm here to try and win.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Mark Demori.
He ain't brilliant.
Now let's speak to the big Croatian. He wants to bring that Milo into the ring tomorrow, so we need to say hi to you. Are you okay with that?
No problem, man. I'm ready for everything.
Yesterday you said you were planning on boxing her for a few rounds, but now have decided to go for the knockout right away. Is that still the game plan? And if you don't get the knockout, do you consider that a setback?
Today he was a little bit more polite, so I will think about it. Maybe I give him a second chance, but I'm still mad. I want to punish him.
You think he lasts the distance with you?
No chance.
No chance. Look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
El Animal, Philip Hergovic, everyone. I'll tell you what, I'm loving this version of Philip Hergovic. Very short.
I'm an animal. 14 pounds in a stone. That's 242, I think, Kurt. Cool. Lexington Gaming, Kurt, I predict at least one upset tomorrow, but which one? I don't know, man. That's what we got to see. It would be crazy, though, but that's what we're looking for.
He brings an undefeated record with 17 wins. 7 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the current WBO European champion, Elvis Zorro.
Elvis Zorro.
17 fights indeed, unbeaten as an amateur as well, but a huge leap up in levels. Yeah, massive leap up for him, but I've been speaking to him yesterday, and I said to him, listen, just go out there and enjoy it, and he says, yeah, no, I will try to do that. I'm not going to get He was a 2012 Olympian, now undefeated as a professional with 23 wins, 18 of his 23 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current Ring Magazine champion and the undefeated IBF Cruiserweight champion of the world. Let's welcome Jai Opetaia.
Yeah, Jai Opetaia. That's a bad boy right there, man.
Absolutely, he has.
He's quick, fast, powerful, beautiful combinations. He looks like he doesn't talk a lot of shit, but he looks like he don't take any shit either. How much you think the tickets are over there? Man, I have no idea. I'll look them up, though. Day of Reckoning live tickets. I need Wilder and AJ to pull through. James Bash blessing me with that cash. Absolutely. 198.4.
They've done it pretty easily there. 14-1 for Zoro, 14-2 for Opetaia. You don't have to play this game where you have to try and come into the ounce. Some fighters like to do that, some fighters like to do that. In a scheduled 12-round cruiserweight contest.
Listen, at the end of the day, Jai Opetaia knows he's in against an undefeated boxer. He's relishing the opportunity and the challenge, so he's got to be professional. He's got a job to do. And, you know, look at Alisaro there.
All right, let's see.
He looks focused. And this is a good fight, you know what I mean? It's a tough one for Alisaro. He's boxing the best in the world, and that's all he can do.
Well, Jai Opetaia has made it very clear he thinks that Alisaro is in the position that Jai Opetaia was in a couple of fights ago. He's that hungry challenger. He wants to become the champion.
Yeah, and that's a great way to look at it. It's a great way to walk off any kind of potential complacency. It's the perfect one.
I'm looking and I can't find it right now. Kurt, do this remind you of the Super 6 tournament years ago? No. This is a lot bigger. This is a lot bigger.
And the way I've had success is just by focusing on myself.
How do you beat this guy?
We'll see when I get in there, man. There's no blueprint. He's an undefeated fighter. I'll have to figure it out when I get in there.
Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, no problem.
Ellis Zoro.
That's going to be a good fight too. You got two undefeated guys, 17-7, and Jai.
Before that we'll see you for the first time tomorrow night. What are they going to see?
I'm just ready to get in the ring. Alright? One more day. And I waited a long time. Let's go.
You're known for your brutal knockouts. Is that what you have in store for Ellis Zoro tomorrow night?
Just get in there and box smart. You know, the knockout comes, it comes. You know, we play the game.
He's soft-spoken, Eddie. I know you're not. What do you think he's going to do tomorrow night?
You see a future pound-for-pound star. You know, a guy that I think is going to be a multi-weight world champion. He's the best cruiserweight in the world. He's a Ring Magazine champion. You're going to see a special talent. You're going to see a great performance, and you're going to see the future of the cruiserweight. And I believe one day the heavyweight division as well.
Uh-oh. I already seen that coming. Yeah, you got to put on some pounds, though, man, to get with those heavyweight boys. Imagine Jai Opetaia versus Frank Sanchez. Imagine that.
Competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBA Intercontinental and NABF Heavyweight Championships. Brought to you in association with Bob Arab's Top Rank Incorporated, Eye of the Tiger Promotions, SES, and Blanco Sports. Let's first welcome.
Oh, man, my allergies are killing me. My eyes are swelling up. They're all tight. I get Caballero. You under the weather bad, Kurt? Hope you feel better. Yeah, I feel like it's the cough, but then last night it was weird because like it turned into some kind of sinus shit. So everything kind of went here. Damn, look at the neck of Mark Madoff. This dude got a neck like a tree. Jesus Christ. Man, look at the neck on this dude. Yeah, that freaking lumberjack. Much love, Kurt. Hope all is good. Everything's good, man. Just under the weather, trying to get better. That's it. $241. So 241.3. Damn. He's 262. That's a big boy though, man. That dude, look at the size difference. Jesus, it's like David and Goliath. It's like David and Goliath. Man. Look at these two dudes. I will crush you in the name of Allah. Look how that dude looks, dude. He looks like a fucking animal. Look at this guy. Look. No, you missed it. Look at this. You missed this, dude. I mean, you missed it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at the face, bro. He looks like a mass killer. I got Caballero looks like a little model or some shit. Look at that. Oh man, absolutely insane, man. That's just insane. I'm sorry. That's just dude. It looks like that. All this shit's like, yeah. He's definitely yeah. I am a boxer and I wouldn't want to fight Mark Madoff. Fuck around and get killed. Yeah, because he's gonna run at you. Ding ding! Ah! You're not gonna get all that. Look what he did to Akapajuri, Rafael Akapajuri. Mark Madoff looks crazy. Caballero already got the runs. Yeah, he's just like Mark Madoff. He's like Mark Madoff. He's like Mark Madoff.
Like usually, guys, I come here for, I do my job, my best. I go for anyone. If against me, I will go for one way.
James Bash blessing me with that cash. You guys get down like James Bash blessing me with that cash.
Very good guy, very good boxer, top guy. I need kind of this opponent, but like I said, I do my job. Good luck to you. No way.
You know who he looks like? It just hit me. Who Mark Madoff looks like? He looks like the fucking mountain. He looks like the mountain on Game of Thrones. He looks like the mountain, you know. You're right, huh? You killed our children. Okay, yeah, well, that has to be by default Mr. Bivol or Bivol. So Mr. Bivol is there and he's there to stay. He looks like a Bond villain. Mark Madoff, a scary MFer. Yeah, Lee M. Definitely. Definitely. There's Dimitri Bivol. Look at Bruce Lee reincarnated and shit. Bruce Lee with boxing gloves. Yeah, crazy, dude. Enter the Dragon for real. Kurt, who would you rather fight, Wilder or Markmanov? I don't know. I'd have to go with Wilder at that point because Markmanov, you just gonna get beat up for free. You ain't gonna get no money for beating up, fighting, getting whooped and ran over by Markmanov. Markmanov is like a dude that, like, no, if you fight Markmanov, you're like a pawn. You're like one of those dudes they just place. Here's your next opponent. Here it is, Markmanov. Markmanov. What do you think? Markmanov. Kill Markmanov. Yeah, you're like an object of destruction. He looks nervous. It's that WBA. Damn, look at Bivol. Bivol looks crazy, bro. Look at this shit. Yeah, I have to say Wilder. And I wouldn't want to fight Wilder at all either, because Wilder, one of them dudes, you might be doing good until, man, he hits you. Don't blink. I told you I was going to knock Kurt DeVille out. I told you he was just a fraud. I told you he was just a troll. I knocked his ass out and I made his ass scroll. I'm strong. Strong.
Took it all in, like I said the other day, and I'm ready to go. I'm excited. It's not less than 24 hours away. I'm excited.
Your best punch is the jab. You're known for doing that, but so too is he. What do you expect this fight to look?
Bivol not got a stoppage since 2018. I want to bet on the KO, but too risky. Nah, not with a guy that's not known to knock people out. I think you're just wasting your money there, Chim. Don't do it. Do not do it.
Do you expect any ring rust or things to feel a little different because of your inactivity?
You know, I spent this time with this time helped me. I feel myself fresh, mentally, physically, and now I'm just wanna fight. I feel smell of the fight now, and I answer on a lot of questions, and now I just need to go and be ready to the fight, and I hope we will show a great fight for the boxing fans.
All of your opponents have to figure out how to get around your jab. You've got to deal with his jab, which is really
good. He steps with it, and he's hard to really pound because he's always punching. He can fight going backwards. He can fight going forwards. He can fight going side to side. And when you try to attack him going backwards, he fights going backwards. So expect combinations when he's going backwards. That's why Canelo couldn't do really much with him. Canelo has to jump in and throw that power punch, but he has to do it in a certain rhythm. But Bivol was so busy. He had that Pacquiao-like footwork. So he had that Pacquiao-like footwork. So he was coming in and back. And he always stayed with that jab in your face. So he always kept you on the defense. It's hard to counter when you're always on the defense. So if a busy guy like Bivol, he's always going to be trouble for a lot of people.
Let's see if he can show it. Give it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. The light heavyweight champion of the world, Dimitri Bivol.
You know something is crazy? He's the only champion on the card. Bivol is the only champion on the card right now. All these big hitting names, Wilder and Parker and Joshua and Wiley and Miller and Dubois, none of these guys are champs. At all. Excellent footwork. I can watch him a lot to practice. Yeah, he does have great, beautiful footwork, Lex. He does, man. Lex Gaiman YT. Here comes Jarrell Hamdalillah Miller.
One draw, 22 of his 26 wins, coming by way of knockout.
Look at him come with his shirt off. He still got them titties, though. That Jarrell big baby. Still got them titties. But he looks slimmer, though. He looks a lot better than he did, man. He looks a lot better. But all this shit under here, yeah, dude.
Professional record, 19 wins, 2 defeats with 18 of his.
Here comes Dubois coming out, Mr. Husky, with his Superman tights on and shit.
The former WBA regular heavyweight champion
That's how Dubois looks.
Let's see what they both look like. We will welcome to the scale first, Jarrell Miller.
Big baby.
333.
Wow! 333. I think he's sucking in, bro. I think he's sucking in. He looks like he's sucking in his stomach.
£239.
239, bro, to 333. Ooh, wow. That's a big boy. And then see, here's the thing. Big baby, man, if he's like kind of like a combination between the Juggernaut and the Blob, ooh. You know.
You see now, he's still going in there. You see Baby Miller trying to get into his head.
Oh, look at this. Jarrell pushed him. Jarrell shoved him, though. Jarrell shoved him. Oh, I know he mad on that. I know Jarrell was going to do something. Yes. That's how you get this party started. Look at Danny Dubois. Oh, he's razzle-dazzled. Look. Ooh. Damn, dude. 39. Okay. 239. That's 60 plus 33. Dude, that's damn near 100 pounds.
Really there, Dev, walking down and beat him up. That's why Daniel
Jarrell Miller. Bah! You know. Look at Dubois. Look, he's pissed, bro. Dubois, look, oh yeah, look at Dubois. He's mad. Look at Dubois, bro.
None of it. I'm ready for fight. You know, I see him in the ring. I'm ready for it.
So he weighs 333 pounds.
That's gonna be the best fight, bro. It ain't gonna last long.
Just to gas him out.
I'm not worried about none of that. You know, this is Africa. We slaughter lambs out here.
All right, let's bring in your promoter, Frank.
We slaughter lambs out here.
This match a bit might steal the show.
Oh, he's pissed.
Look, to me, it's a really, really intriguing fight. 50-50 fight on paper.
Uh-oh.
I think he wins it, our man. But one thing's for sure, you will not be able to take your eyes off it. He's been hunting him down, looking to throw those bombs. Both of them have got to prove a point. Both of them. And for the winner, where the winner goes up, the loser, where does he go? Everything's on the line.
Can't wait to see it. Ade.
Now listen, do you guys hear how Frank explained that? And remember my prediction video of Jarrell Miller swiped if he knocks out Danny Dubois? Look how he's talking. It's a 50-50 fight. No promoter says that, bro. No promoter says it's a 50-50 fight. You think Eddie Hearn's going to say it's a 50-50 fight with Otto Eileen? Think about what I'm saying, people. That Frank is secretly wanting Jarrell Miller to knock out Dubois because he knows Dubois, he has some kinks. Those kinks in his armor are not what it takes to be a champion, not a world champion. The WBA, that was through strategic promoting, okay? But he showed he ain't got it. When he dropped Alexander Usyk down, if he thought that shit was legal, okay, which a lot of other people do now, don't get me wrong. If he thought it was legal, that would have boosted the momentum of a guy that really wanted to be the champion, not did that little bullshit that he did. Called this man, you shrimp. Listen, Frank Warren he's been talking to Jarrell, and he's been telling like, Jarrell, you're still undefeated. See, one thing a person needs, and that's one thing we don't have. Well, he has Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? But Tyson Fury's not destined to stay undefeated, right? He's still got to get past Alexander Usyk, which is also undefeated. So he has to worry about a lot of stuff. So what is a promoter's next objective? The next objective for a promoter is get the next best boxer. The next best boxer on record, on paper, will be what? Undefeated. That's what it's about. That's what Frank Warren's doing. Frank Warren's no dummy. He already knows. Like, look, if Jarrell Miller pulverizes Daniel Dubois, makes him quit, do the same shit that Alexander Usyk made him feel. I am very feel. Dubois gone. He said, where does he go? He goes out the door. That's where he goes. Bars.
Promotion.
Uh-oh.
and National Event Center.
No, I got to mute that. Now, that's Michael Buffer. That's some copyrighted shit. Facts. The fight is over under 5 rounds, bro. I'm telling you, Frank is promoting both. He's promoting the fight, which he's supposed to, but he's promoting both guys. You see what I'm saying? He knows. I'm keeping that open. All the shit that Jarrell Miller talks, he ain't. You know what I mean? No, bro. Frank knows what he's doing. Frank's been in the game a long time, and he knows. Like, look, if Jarrell Miller just had a bad rap, or just got caught doing some bad shit, but he can still bang. And he has the opportunity to show that he can still bang.
To the scale. Coming out first, bringing a professional record consisting of 36 fights, 33 victories, including 23 wins by knockout with 3 defeats. He comes to us from South Auckland, New Zealand. He's ranked number 3 in the world by the WBO. He is the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Lupe Soliai Laole Ole Maleatoa, a.k.a. Big Joseph Parker.
Former WBO World Heavyweight Champion, very, very confident that he will...
Oh, they're going to coming out to that 50 Cent. And the next is named Kurt from Counterpunch. Great. Is the heavier you are, the more power you have, or that don't matter? It depends. See, if you put on a lot of muscle, you may be able to punch harder, but that doesn't mean it's for certain. One thing is for certain. The bigger you are, if you can punch, the heavier the weight is behind the punch. Okay, that may dictate if you have bigger power. But if you can't punch, what the fuck? Here's Wilder. Wilder kind of looking sick. Look at him, dude. What's wrong with Wilder? Look at Wilder. He's like, look at him. What's wrong with Wilder? Hold on. What's wrong with this guy? I guess he's just waiting and rocking. Hey, Kurt, they were using your intro. Yeah, I heard that, bro. That's why I had to turn that shit off. Only I can use it in certain situations. Don't get me wrong, 50 Cent. Yeah, man, I want my money, man. You've been bullshitting with my money. You've been using my shit for years. It's time for you to pay, you know what I'm saying? Time for you to pay up my money. Where's Parker?
245.3.
245.3. Parker's a big guy. I would prefer him being 230. I bet you Deontay Wilder comes in at 219 pounds. I bet you he comes in at 219. That's the sweet spot. Look at Wilder. Muscles make you tired. Yeah, they weigh more than fat does. It's probably good to have a little, it's good to have a little marbling in your meat. Okay, let's see.
213 pounds.
213. That shit. That 213 pounds, bro. He was 209 pounds when he knocked out Luis Ortiz the first time in 2018. 213, somebody's ass is going to sleep. That boy ain't getting tired, not at no 213 pounds. Yeah, he was 209 pounds when he fought Luis Ortiz. Now, like Parker comes in at 245. I hope he can, he should have came in a lot thinner. He should have came in ready to box because he could use a combination of power. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to use how Joseph Parker is now and hopefully utilize the punching power from the weight to take it to Wilder, to knock Wilder out, to check that chin. Because also, it's more than just to avoid the right hand for Tyson Fury. You think Tyson Fury ain't told Joseph Parker these words? Let me tell you something, Joseph. I love you. You're my honorary brother. You're a gypsy like me. And I'm going to tell you something about Deontay Wilder. I beat him. I battered him pillar to post. He's through, mate. All you got to do is hit him with the right hand. Hit him on the left side of the ear. He's going to go down. It knocks off his equilibrium, bro. Then he punches like a drunk sissy. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you catch him at that point, you'll knock him out. You just gotta wait for him to throw that cannon, and you'll be ready to counter. And when you counter him hard. You counter him hard. Yeah, you counter him hard. You got him hard. You hit him there. You hit him right there in the fucking, you hit him right in the air. I caught him there both times I did. I hit him with me fist. He called me a pillow puncher, and I showed him who was stronger. I hit him right in the same ear. He was drunk and it starts to bleed. It's over with. It's over with, Joseph. You can take this fucking bloke. He made all these excuses up. He blamed his trainer. Who does that? That's like you blaming Andy, isn't it? Why the hell would you do that? That's definitely terrible. Look at it. Hey, it's serious this time. These cats are serious. Look. They don't want to stop. They don't want to stop. Look, they smile. They look. Then they like, yeah, all right. No, they don't want to stop, bro. Kurt, I'm watching the weigh-in now in London, even in the USA and Japan and Canada and China. Yes. But yeah, Tyson Fury's told him all of that. You know, you just hit him in the left ear. That's all you need to do. Just hit him right here. Bars.
And we're going there and execute this plan, follow the strategy, and get the win.
You're very good friends with Tyson Fury. You train with him all the time. He's had the trilogy with Deontay. What advice did he give you as you prepare to step in with the Bronze Bomber?
Don't get hit with the right hand, and don't get knocked out.
Easy enough. Andy, you'll be in his corner. What have you told him to focus on besides don't get knocked out?
Fight fire with fire.
Really?
Let your hands go.
So you're not going to be surprised if Joseph Parker gets a KO?
We expect it.
They expected everybody. Can Joseph Parker not get the out?
Now listen, 235 pounds, or was it 245? 245? Okay. Let's listen to Wilder real quick before I counterpunch.
Today? It's tomorrow.
Shit.
Deontay, I think you look forward to
Oh, it's today?
Seems like this is your second home. It's not quite like Tuscaloosa. Am I seeing things, or are you really this calm and collected?
I mean, I'm just this calm and collective, you know what I mean? I've been here many times before. I fought his style before. He's never fought a style like mine. He never have felt a power that I bring and possess, you know? So, and I do feel like this is a second home for me. I feel like it's home. The way that people have treated me, the way, just the energy and the vibe and the aura, it feel like my second country. So I'm going to perform as if it is.
You just heard him and his trainer say they're going to fight fire with fire. If they do indeed do that, what's going to happen?
Damn, baby, good night.
You train him elite. What do you think for Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker when you heard about this matchup? What did you work on in the gym to prepare for this fight?
Well, Joseph, he has the perfect style for Deontay to look spectacular against tomorrow, and that's what he's going to do. Deontay weighed 213, 214. This is a weight where he give out his most decapitation work, and tomorrow
What did I tell you?
be no difference.
All right, Deontay, your final words to the fans watching around the world right now.
To all the fans, I love you so much. Thank you for the love and support that you guys have been giving me over the years. And I'm not going to disappoint you. You know, I come to bring the pain. I come to bring the excitement. And like I always say, don't blink, baby. Because damn, baby, good night. My new nickname is Dr. Sleep, and I'm adopting that name. So I got night killer in the right hand. I told him to bring a pillow and bring a blanket because it get chilly over here as well. So you know, I can't wait.
I was like, dude, you better say Bomb Squad. You better say it. That's that kind of shit that cracked windows. Bomb Squad! Yeah, man. So, yeah, fight fire with fire. They like Joseph Parker. They look, that's going to be a good fight too. Cause see, they already know. You think Andy wasn't there? Andy was there in the corner with Tyson Fury. Andy was there in the corner of Tyson Fury. Andy Lee, people. The trainer of Joseph Parker was there in the corner with Tyson Fury. They know what's going on. They know what to expect from Wilder. They know what Wilder does. They know what Wilder will revert to. And whenever he gets hurt, he's going to just try to knock you out. Okay, fuck all this shit. I'm just going to come here. I'm going to knock your ass out. You know? Here's Otto Wylien, people. You know, I got to say something. I haven't mentioned this the whole time, but I've been looking at Otto Wylien's nose. Did somebody break his nose like a few weeks ago? Because it looks like somebody broke his nose, and he just kind of been doctoring on it ever since. Maybe it was in sparring. I mean, he does have a snout, don't he? You know, Parker versus Wilder will be the fight of the night. AJ versus Wylien will be the technical fight of the night. Well, we'll see what happens. I hope we get knockouts all the way through. I hope we get knockouts all the way through. I don't care who wins as long as it's a knockout because we're going to get excitement. We're going to get what we asked for. We're going to get exactly what it's supposed to be on a day of reckoning. Bars. That's what we're going to get.
WBO, former WBO, IBF, IBO, WBA, heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Here comes the former two-time unified world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, truly one of boxing's megastars. Indeed, he's looked mean all week, AJ, and he just wants to get this weighing done now.
Yeah, I want to see how much he weighs, though. You know, he don't look as big as he did in America. I think he's eating all this damn American food with all these steroids and, you know, shit in it.
238.6 pounds.
238. Wow, he looks flabby, bro. But that's probably the weight you need. Is that his father and mom?
AJ Anthony Joshua. £251.
251. Yeah, so he's dropped about 10 pounds, bro. He's dropped about 10 pounds.
So they're both always what they were last time. Welted at banging back on 17 stone. Anthony Joshua 251, so heavier than he was last time.
Anthony Joshua out with 88 KOs in the 10th round. Well, if he goes 10, I mean, he's already went, well, he's went 12, then he's went 7. So if he goes another 10, he'll be where he needs to be, especially to come into the new year. Because, I mean, this is his 3rd fight this year. And the good thing is, and most important, a lot of people need to understand that AJ did exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to fight 3 times. Okay, and I'm glad that he's like he is now. AJ needs to be 235 pounds. He does. But, I mean, telling him that versus someone convincing him to do that is 2 different things, because I don't think AJ's one of those guys, he thinks, you know, I want to be massive, I want to be this colossus, but he needs to understand that's not boxing and it's not helping him in boxing. It's not helping him at all in the sport of boxing. This shit, here it is. Here we go. Look at Wileen. Wileen look, fierce gaze. Look at AJ ain't talking. He ain't saying shit. Look at him. He's totally, look, he just gives him a nod. Now look, what do I say about that? No more talking. I mean, look, that's more intimidating than any fucking thing, honestly. That's more intimidating than anything because, see, when you got a person that you're talking like, yeah, you know, no pressure. Yeah, no pressure. Huh? No pressure. Right? And they say nothing. They just watch you. Here we go.
A lot of work, but it's all part of it. We gotta promote the show, promote the fight, and I'm just happy it's finally here.
I know you're predicting that you're going to beat AJ, but how do you do it? How do you beat Anthony Joshua?
I think by just being myself. I'm a smart fighter. I'm a southpaw. I've trained for this moment for a very, very, very long time, so I'm very much ready for it.
Your biggest claim to fame, where people know you best, perhaps, for your fight against Tyson Fury. What's a bigger challenge for you? That fight against Fury or this fight against AJ?
We'll see tomorrow, but I just know tomorrow is gonna be a new king, and he's from Sweden.
All right. Good luck.
Okay, Otto Wileen from Sweden.
And now here, obviously, with Anthony Joshua, what's going on in that brain of yours? You look just like I can't read you at all. Normally, you're so jovial and happy.
I'm happy. I'm jovial. Look at everyone here today. Thanks everyone for coming out.
He looks pissed. You liar.
Everyone that's tuning in from all over the world, we appreciate you. As I say, this is the best fight card in history, and I'm here with you guys, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now.
You've known him for a long, long time. How confident are you that you're going to get the win, or do you expect it to be very difficult?
Well, if my prayers are answered, I'll get the win. I've been focused, praying hard, and whatever God wants for me, I'm going to follow that path in it. Who knows, but I'm making sure it's not just prayer, I'm following up by action as well.
Eddie, you took this fight on short notice, a very tough opponent. Did you try to dissuade him from taking this fight?
No, he knows, you know, the training team knows you got to go through people like Otto Wallin. He's talked a great game. We'll see if it's real or false confidence. Doesn't matter, he's ready. You're going to see what I believe is the best heavyweight in the world tomorrow night. You're going to see a dominant and brutal performance. He's going to take this guy out. Remember these words.
All right, and Anthony, obviously all in the media right now, everyone's talking about a future fight, you versus Deontay. We saw Tyson Fury had a fight signed with Usyk, and he almost got beat by an MMA.
Oh, shit.
How are you focused on this fight and not worried about that fight?
Let me not make that same mistake. Listen, I'm a serious fighter. I'm a serious businessman as well. I've got a great team behind me. They're handling business. But as I always say, let me focus on what I got to focus on. Without Saturday night, there is no future. The Saturday night, as I've been saying all week, that's been my main focus. So whatever happens in the ring, I know that's where my heart is. I need to get this win. I hope everyone's supporting me. If you pray, put me in your prayers, and let's go out there and handle business. And as I said, I appreciate everyone for coming out. Lots of love, yeah?
There you go. The smile's back, everybody. Give it up for Anthony Joshua. Ade, back to you. I know you're smiling too.
With a smile,
And there we go, peeps. We got the day of reckoning, weigh in. We got that one and done. That's the last process. We have the fights. And now they have to get in the ring. Now, today, I may do a couple videos today. Of course, I'm going to stay around longer. Stick around longer. I'm not leaving. Not right now. But I think AJ, I think AJ will knock out Otto Wallin. And if he doesn't, and it goes 12 rounds, he's going to get further criticized. Wilder, if Wilder comes in there and does what Wilder does, he's going to always be where he is. But I'm going to tell you this, mark my words. If Joseph Parker knocks out Deontay Wilder, you know the first thing people are going to say, people? Do you know? I'm going to tell you what they're going to say. They're going to say, because Tyson Fury was cheating him and he was able to cheat him, Wilder ain't the same fighter. That's all that's going to be. So I hope Wilder the best, because I think anything less, we're going to see an excuse. And I don't like to see Wilder with excuses. That's why I want to see Wilder win, because I don't like Wilder losing. I don't like to see him losing, because it's going to be a bunch of shit when he does. Wallin is a good fighter, far from embarrassing not knocking Wallin out. If he doesn't knock Wallin out, that means Wallin is not the guy to be knocking out. But if he does knock him out, what does that say about Tyson Fury that couldn't? See, this is a good fight for Joshua, because now we're seeing more fighters fight each other. I agree Joseph Parker should have fought Wilder a long time ago. Here's the only problem. Wilder was not a guy that people avoided because they were so scared of him. Wilder was a guy that was little known, that didn't have really much to offer. That's all that really was. So why would you skip up? How much did Joseph Parker make? Because I know Charles Martin made about $6 million, $8 million. Do you think a guy that makes $900,000, especially at the time, why would you take $200,000 or $300,000? Because that's more than likely what Charles Martin would have made, being the IBF champion, fighting the WBC champion. They probably would have made it like, he might have got $300,000, $400,000. He might have got that. He might have got $5 because he's a champ. So they might argue, okay, well, Charles Martin's a champ, so let's give him $300,000. We're going to give Wilder $500,000 since he's the WBC and he's been a champ longer. Okay, so let's do it like that. Would you want that? Or would you rather go overseas and fight a guy that's not a champion at all, for $8 million? Come on, bro. Hearn and Warren on the Zone YouTube channel. Let's see. Yeah, YouTube. All right, cool. I was on YouTube. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Wilder was all protected from having tough fights. In the 30th fight, he was still considered as a prospect. I mean, he did a lot. He did a lot. Let's see. He did a lot of stuff that he didn't really need to be doing, honestly. Okay, that's the weigh in. All right. Sanchez looks good. I mean, he looks a lot better than he did against Negron. Negroni was fat, bro. He already got like that little Carl Weathers, Andre Berto looking thing already.
He's talking big fist in the ring. But this time round, he seems very full of himself. He fancies it, and he says he's going to punish him tomorrow. And for Gerald Miller, he can't afford to lose either. If he loses, I don't know where he goes.
A lot of superstars on the card. One of the superstars is John Pataya, who I think is the best cruiserweight on the planet. Will be a pound for pounder for sure. But he has in front of him Ellis Sorrow, unbeaten, nothing to lose. We've seen upsets before.
Yeah, and I think Opatara is the best cruiserweight in the world. But Ellis Sorrow, one of Frank's guys, what a chance for him, and Living Arthur as well. Big outsiders, but he's Opatara overlooking. And there's always plans, isn't there? We sit down. His Excellency's got plans for this fight after, and sometimes when you get someone like Lyndon Arthur or Ellis Sorrow, this is a shot of a lifetime for them. So they're going to come prepared. He's an undefeated fighter, so is Opatara, but I think this kid's very special. We saw him against Jordan Thompson. Is Zorro good enough to hang at those levels? We'll find out. Great chance for him, but I think you're talking about a future pound-for-pound great in Opatara.
One thing we have seen, and that's what His Excellency has done, is put you two together. And that's important for the growth of the sport, isn't it? Frank and Eddie is smiling.
That's crazy.
For the growth of the sport. When you see what's happened in America with HBO and Showtime, to see two of the big promoters working with each other, broadcasters working with each other, things can only get better, surely.
Yeah, I mean, there's always rivalry. I'm sure there'll be rivalry next week, but we're not idiots. I think we love the sport. And when there's massive opportunities for our fighters and our business and the sport of boxing, we'd be plonkers if we didn't try and make this work. And we had a nice evening last night. I think maybe we've got, actually he's not too bad after all, maybe, but it's exciting. I mean, I've never been involved with anything like this before. And I think, like I said, regardless of the rivalry, we love the sport, and this is a massive opportunity for boxing.
Without doubt, it is. And, look, as Eddie said, we cannot afford to let this get ruined, and it won't do, because I think there's everybody's like-minded. So at the end of the day, what counts are the fighters, and the fighters are getting life-changing money for these fights. And we can't stand.
Everybody's cashing out, bro. Everyone's cashing out. So this is the eruption of boxing, especially heavyweight boxing.
Working in association with each other on quite a few of the events, so I'm looking forward to it because I think this is the start of something really, really big.
Yeah, Fury Usyk's already done for Undisputed, right? We're looking forward to that one in February. AJ Wilder, that's the one everyone's been talking about for years.
See, when that happens, bro, it will be absolutely another.
If they both come through,
let me tell you, this is what could happen. Okay, do you guys remember when boxing became like kind of stale? In 2015, when Floyd Money Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, that fight, after that fight, all those millions of dollars dispersed between two different sides. Promoters, fighters, training camps, lawyers, a lot of people. Everybody got paid. Networks, Showtime, HBO, pay-per-view, all came together, and everybody broke bread together. Bars, right? So what ended up happening was, boxing went, and when it did that, we had to find other people. Now, you had Canelo. Sure, you had Canelo around. He was young at the time. I mean, this was, almost 9 years ago. But then it was almost like, okay, people felt cheated from the sport of boxing. So at this point, I think now, since we have heavyweights, since we have the Wilders, the Usyks, the Furies, the Joshuas, then even the Jarrells, the Dubois, and everyone that's trickled on down, as long as we receive knockouts, as long as we receive entertainment and for our buck and our value and our interest, I think the sport of boxing will stay alive, because the better these guys fight, the better they do against each other, the more we're going to want to watch them, and the more we're going to want to promote the sport of boxing. And I think that's what we need to do. With Joshua fighting Wilder, I want him to fight a couple times. It ain't about who's better than who. It's about who's better than who on the night. We already know who's more popular. We already know, who makes more money. That's not really important. What's important is who can beat who. And when they get in the ring, all the other shit doesn't matter. The ducking, the dodging, the who wanted this, the who wanted that. It don't matter if they're already in the ring. Who's a cherry on this card? I'm not sure. Maybe Mark DeMori. I can't say I get Cabello because he's undefeated. So probably Mark DeMori. And the zone just showed you people. And I've been telling people for years about the zone. Now, I was mad at the zone last year for putting up with Canelo shite and then this Devin Haney shit. But the pay-per-view stuff. But they shouldn't have done that. If you're going to get a prescription, they got to get a prescription. But see, the zone is the pinnacle right now. That's the shit. That's worldwide. Bobby Collins, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Keep sending those notifications and links to me, man. I appreciate you. Miller is a bully. Yeah, well, he has to, Danny Dubois has to fight the bully. He has to take the bully out. Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin is ready to rumble tomorrow night, evening. I'm ready, bro. I am ready for this to get on. Okay, let me heat up my concoction. I'll be right back. You guys come in, hit that like button. I have to medicate myself naturally. Good. Oh, man. And here we go. Let's continue with the show. This is my concoction. Let's see here. Deontay Wilder versus Joe Parker is ready to rumble tomorrow night. Yeah, they're ready to get it on, bro. Joseph Parker and company, they predict the knockout. Fire with fire, you know what that means. They intended to take it to Wilder. And see, when Wilder heard that, Wilder is like, good. Because, see, what people need to understand, and I like what Malik Scott has, I think, engraved in Wilder, they already seen Tyson Fury beat Wilder. And what happens when a fighter gets beat? When a fighter gets beat, it creates blueprints by vision in other fighters' mind. It becomes more easier to see a victory when you've already seen it happen. If you see someone doing something, let me give you guys an example, okay? Off topic of boxing, but I'm just giving you this example. Years ago, when I was like 19, I used to work for a steakhouse. And this was a very fancy 4 or 5-star steakhouse, okay? And the crazy thing was that you could bring nothing out by hand. You had to bring everything out on a tray. Okay, so you had a cup, a teacup, a plate or whatever. It has to come out on a tray. Now, these trays weren't little trays like cocktail trays, like cocktail servers or buffet servers and none of that shit. No, these were big, huge surfboard trays, and they had a tray jack. And the tray jack, you flap the tray jack down, but you had to carry the tray like this or like that. So you had to be able to balance the shit on the tray, because this had to go out. So you had to balance it around, So when you had to balance that around, you had to put the tray down, you had to flop it out, and then place it down. Then you start serving from that tray. Okay, so you serve everything from that tray to that table, from that table to that tray. Okay, now I didn't want to do that at all. Because I seen that when I saw the shit, I was like, dude, that's fucking crazy. Because the dudes that worked there, I was real skinny, bro. I was skinny as shit. I was Mr. Flacco. Okay? I was that guy. Now, I thought, well, maybe these guys, the dudes that work with me, all big and buff, they're like, hey, how you doing? Somebody walk by, they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. And I'm thinking like, dude, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? I can't do this shit until I seen a girl named Shannon. Shout out to Shannon. Shannon was about $105 wet, and she was doing the same shit. And I was like, I can do it then. That's the point that I'm saying. So when people see Tyson Fury do it already, it looks more believable because it's already happened in their sight, in their mind. Right? Got some hair in my eye. But anyway, Joseph Parker is coming from the same team, the same corner. Okay, the only person that he don't have is Javen Sugar Hill, but Andy Lee was there. Andy Lee was in the corner of Tyson Fury. Andy Lee is the trainer of Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is fighting Deontay Wilder, and those guys, if anybody has any chance of beating Deontay Wilder, is Joseph Parker at this point, based on the experience that corner had of fighting Wilder all those times. Okay? Except for the first fight. So they've been in 2 fights with Wilder, because the first fight was Ben Davison. Remember Ben Davison and I think Freddie Roach? Boxing, like all sports, still comes down to thinking, like Floyd said always. 250 pounds is too much for AJ. He loses against Ruiz at the same time, at the same 250. Well, get him to do that. That's crazy. It's funny because when Ruiz caught AJ with the temple shot, which messed him up, people like Pulev was saying he could do the same and even attempted the left hook. Well, I don't think Ruiz hits harder than Klitschko. And I think Ruiz hit Anthony Joshua with harder shots, and he was able to get up and recover. He was not able to recover that night on June 1st in 2019 at Madison Square Garden. Thus, I believe, and it hasn't been confirmed, so I'm not going to be like some of these channels and lie about evidence that I don't have. We don't know. We just know what Joshua has said. He said he's going to write a book about what was going on with him that day. I'm going to buy the motherfucker. Go figure. But I do not think that he was 100% going into that fight. I don't. If Fury wasn't 6'9", 280 Goliath, he loses all the Wilder fights, because how he got off the canvas in those fights is crazy. Well, that's Tyson Fury. Ruiz fought the fight of his life that night. Ruiz peaked in that fight. He wanted it. And it just shows you how differently you fight when you're driven and you're hungry. When you're driven and you're hungry, your desire goes up, your adrenaline, everything you do is a lot different because you're doing it with a purpose. You're doing it with a purpose of dedication and drive. So if you want something, you're going to, it's the way, if you want to do something, your passion is going to be behind it. It's not going to be just some shit you get up, oh, got to get up to go to work. No. If you have a passion to go to work, you're damn near waiting for the alarm to go off. Damn, I can't wait, man. Shit, I waited forever. I was ready to get up, go to work. You know, that's how that goes. Kurt, do you also follow MMA or boxing? I watch MMA. I don't follow it like that, though. I watch it. Like if I'm out somewhere, because I'm a martial artist. I've trained in martial arts before I was in boxing. I trained in martial arts when I was 6. Started boxing when I was 8. Okay, so all that really are martial arts to me. You know what I mean? Self-defense. They caught Ruiz in shape only because he had just had a fight. Yeah, he was ready. Xavier Williams. I want Dubois to beat Miller, but something tells me Miller is just going to force Dubois to quit again. Xavier. I think, this is what I think, okay? I think Miller is needed in the sport of boxing way more than someone like Dubois at this point in time. Now, I wouldn't want Dubois to quit. However, I don't think Dubois is the guy, at least right now. You think about it. What do we need in boxing? And I'm not talking about the drug cheat shit. Let's stop. Because people have tested positive for drugs before. But I think we need someone with that type of personality. We need a salesman. We need a shit talker. We need a person either you love or you love to hate. We need someone like Jarrell Miller here. Joshua and Wilder, they ain't going to be around forever. You know, you heard Wilder say, hey, I can fight as long as I can. That's bullshit. I guarantee you, when Wilder fights Joshua, win, lose, or draw, and he gets all that damn money, him and Nikki, what's her name? Telly Swift are going to go off and have another child, and they're going to buy an island some fucking way. And you won't see Wilder. You might see him at a fight. You might see him on social media, in a gazebo or some shit on the beach, on a private getaway somewhere on a mountaintop or some shit. You're not going to see Wilder in the ring. So we have to look past those guys. Wilder's 38 years old. I was rooting for Double D until he opened his mouth because Miller is hilarious. Well, that's exactly he's boring. Dubois is boring. Wilder says he wants to unify the division. Wilder don't care about unifying the division. Wilder's ready to get paid because Wilder made a mistake years ago. That's the truth about Wilder. That's my counterpunch on Wilder. Wilder is playing nice. Wilder is, you know what? Wilder is humble, I feel now, because he knows the shit he used to say about DAZN. Where is he fighting people? DAZN. The shit he used to talk about DAZN was insufferable. I mean, it was. I mean, no, is he 39? Is Wilder 39 years old? Hold on. No. Wait a minute. Let's see. I want to make sure. Nah. He's 38 years old, bro. He was born in 85. If I knew the year, I would know. I didn't know the year. Now, I was born in 84. He's 39. Every baby needs a daddy. I'll be your daddy. Let's chop that tree down. Big boxing, baby. I'm like, this dude needs to stop. Please, somebody stop Dubois. Just shut him up. I think he's 38, Kurt. He's 38. People like to pretend that they don't want fighters to be loud and brash like WWE, but that's exactly the reason people like Jake Paul get paid more than other fighters. Black Cloud, you're absolutely right. Counterpunch to you, sir. Good counterpunch. Great counterpunch. Because, see, it's like, okay, look at Floyd. Let me tell you guys about Floyd. Money Mayweather for a minute. Excuse me, guys. Floyd, Money Mayweather was a guy that this is what I think about Floyd. Floyd was hated. Floyd was loved. It was a society or it was a circle of people that loved Floyd. Now, here's the thing. That circle of people that loved Floyd didn't really support Floyd like they supposed to. The same son of a bitches that were talking about Floyd Mayweather, those are the same ones that wasn't buying his fights, that was watching his shit on bootleg or Fire Stick, jailbroke Fire Stick. Then you had another circle of people, a bigger circle of people that hated Floyd, and they watched to see Floyd lose. And those people didn't look like the people that did say they loved Floyd. Larry Merchant, Jim Lampley. Do you think this type of performance warrants us to keep watching your fights? Shit like that. That's what we had. That type of stuff. You know, and Floyd, Floyd was just, you could see like year after year after year after year, his tolerance level was breaking for people that he knew that didn't really like him. And then, though, here's the problem. In 2012, he went to jail. Then you had another circle of people. The women started hating Floyd because he had a physical altercation with one of his child's moms. Mind you, he had a physical altercation with one of his child's moms. Not one of those where you just beat her up. No, the ones where they were fighting. It was basically some Jonathan Majors shit, right? And he went to jail. So he had now a whole new circle of people that didn't like him. So you had this circle of over here that didn't like him because he was black. They didn't like him because he was black. Then a lot of them didn't like him because he was black and he was brash. And then you had this other circle of people didn't like him because, you know, mostly women. He's a woman beater. Then you had these people over here that said they loved him, but didn't support him really. But the people that hated him were the people that paid him. The engine Miller is on this question. Who do you think will win out of AJ and Otto Eileen? I think AJ will beat Otto Eileen. This would be different if Otto had something to offer. I don't see Otto Eileen doing anything, you know, besides moving and throwing combinations. He is not an Usyk. Joshua's going to look at that shit. He's going to lead with that right hand. He's going to catch Otto Eileen. He's going to break his fucking nose again. And he's going to knock Otto Eileen out. That's what's going to happen. That's my prediction. Majors is innocent. Literally, he was found innocent of assault. And that's that Disney shit. They still dropped him, though. Disney, bro, they don't want to be attached to certain things. They did the same thing to Johnny Depp. So it is what it is. AJ by 10th round stoppage. Eileen has never fought anyone with that type of power. Well, he's never fought anyone with that type of power that could generate that could land or had the skills to land the type of power that they possessed. Dominic Breazeale was a very hard puncher. A lot of people don't think that. Dominic Breazeale was an awkward, sloppy, slow-ass puncher. But he could punch, though. He had punching power. He just was too slow. His delivery system was flawed because he lacked speed. Kurt, is there any Roma gypsy boxers found out there in Roma through DNA testing? I have no idea. Would Wilder be a two-time champion being this is a title fight? This is not a title fight. Who said this was a title fight? This is somewhat of a eliminator, but it's not a title fight at all. At all. Otto Eileen's head is stationary, but his footwork is decent. He's going to get knocked out, bro. He's going to get knocked out. That's it. I don't see Otto Eileen doing what he did to Dominic Breazeale, to AJ. I just don't see it. I heard something in Disney were legit shocked by the verdict because their lawyer's been looking into and conducted the case would be thrown out. It doesn't matter. He will work again. He will, I think he has to now probably change networks or strategies or directions. He's a good actor, though. All those motherfuckers are arrogant. So a lot of them are. I'm predicting a 12-round decision for Joshua. I think Joshua's going to knock out Otto Wallin. And I think Joshua intends on knocking out Otto Wallin. And then if it does go 12 rounds, I think Joshua will be disappointed for doing so or not doing so. Miller is average without his pills. Miller is bigger without his pills. He's fat without his pills. See, with the pills, he was husky. And I think in these 4 years, Miller should have had a type of regimen like Andy Ruiz. See, Andy Ruiz, he knew he was a fat boy. And then when he beat AJ and he came back, he was a fatter boy as a champion. So after that loss, he kind of came to a point in his life that, hey, I need to lose weight. I thought it was for 2 titles, just not world titles. No. The only major title fight, is the WBA. The IBF also belongs to Jai Apataya, but that's like some type of that's a cruiserweight title. AJ flatlining Wallin. Otto talked himself into a KO. He did. James Bash blessing me forever with that cash. That's exactly right. See, AJ knows Otto Wallin. It ain't like he don't. Okay, that's one F up right there. Another F up is that Otto Wallin has never had a victory over him. Now, I don't know about the sparring bid or whatever, but I can tell you this. People. When you have a guy like Joshua that had all that experience with Otto Wallin, now Otto Wallin is talking like he has improved as a fighter after the loss of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And you go up against the same guy that beat you before. What did you learn from that defeat from Tyson Fury that's going to help you beat AJ? That's the question. I don't see anything different from Otto Wallin. I've seen that his last fight with was it Gassiev? I seen that shit. I'm looking for something spectacular, and I didn't see anything. He works off the jab. He moves in lateral movement. He keeps the jab constantly in your face. He's disciplined, but he can get hit because I've seen him get hit against Gassiev. The only problem is, though, he doesn't have power, and that's another thing. If you hit AJ and he doesn't respect your power or your skill, he's going to knock you out. He's going to run him over. It was a bore fest, Stewart. Absolutely. Shit was boring. Plus, Wallin never been in a big fight before. Yeah, he has. He fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's a big fight for anybody. Stop it. He just ain't been in there with Joshua. And I don't think Tyson Fury hits like Joshua. Especially when he starts hitting them with right uppercuts and left hooks. The straight right, I think, is going to bust Wallin's face up. But the right uppercut is that punch that I see Joshua landing that's going to stretch the neck of Otto Wallin. Now back to Parker and Wilder. This is what I was about to tell you guys about that. Andy Ruiz, Andy Lee, and Joseph Parker. Their game plan is to box and to attack, which is great. Luis Ortiz had that same one. His thing was attack, counter, and attack. The only problem is if you're waiting to counter someone like Wilder, you could be waiting to get punched in the mouth. That's the problem. So they have to be careful. However, know what we know about Andy Lee. He knows the ins and outs of what could happen. That neck stretching uppercut, Xavier, absolutely. And he knows what Wilder will do. But here's the thing. I think this fight is harder for Parker than it was for Fury. Fury fought Deontay Wilder when he was mentally all fucked up. Thought that Tyson Fury was going to come in over 300 pounds. Then he started lifting weights like that was going to help him, dummy. You know what I mean? That was going to help him with him hanging on him. No. Bench pressing is not going to help your back. That's for your chest and your shoulders, not your back. And, you know, that ain't going to strengthen him. So they're doing the wrong thing. Karma Boxing and MMA, salute to Heavyweight Counterpunch Boxing. Appreciate you, brother. Philip Hrgovic versus Frank Sanchez is next. Yeah, let's go for it. I got Frank all the way, baby. Frank will beat Hrgovic, bro. He'll beat Hrgovic unless Hrgovic can catch him and hurt Frank. If he can hurt Frank, he can do it. Listen. I don't see Hrgovic knocking out Efe Ajagba. Frank's too explosive. That cat and mouse Cuban boxing style, he ain't gonna be able to handle that. Gassiev got thudding power. AJ got explosive power. We're gonna see. I can't wait. People, I can't wait to see this shit. I'm hyped. I'm just surprised that nobody's excited like me because normally this is the weigh-in. You know, tomorrow, I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be lit. I got my live stream up. It's already up. So I'm ready to rock and roll. In fact, I'm going to take my laptop to Best Buy to check out if there's any glitches and shit that I can do so we won't have interruption. You know, because a lot of times it slows up and maybe there's a virus in my computer. So after I get off here, I'm going to Best Buy and they're going to check it out. Because we can't have that. Whoa. Philip Hrgovic will KO Frank. What? No, I don't think Philip Hrgovic will KO Frank. Frank's too fast and explosive. The thin Frank is. The fat Frank might get KO'd because he's not as elusive. He's not as mobile. He got too much baggage on him. I'm excited too, Kurt. Jessica Cook counterpunch to you. Great. American boxing fans are jealous because their boxers aren't the biggest fight night ever. Well, I don't give a shit about any of the American versus UK shit. I'm glad everybody's together. In fact, this is what you need. You got AJ fighting Otto Wiley, UK versus Sweden. Then you got New Zealand versus USA. Then you got USA versus UK. Okay? Like, dude, you got so many different things. You got Russia versus UK. What time is your live stream tomorrow? It's at 10 a.m. sharp. I might be on at 9:55. Kurt, Dubois ain't moved when Miller pushed him. Weight not going to mean anything. Well, that's good. He should be able to take those shots. And if he goes down, he's done. Frank's going to see that. Eddie's going to see that. The whole world's going to see that. If Danny Dubois falls to Jarrell Miller, people, that fight probably means more than that means more to me than other fights. I mean, Jarrell Miller has to show that, hey, I can beat up these type of dudes without the juice. It's going to be a hell of a fight. They're going to be fighting, bro. It ain't going to be no, come on, Kirk, to the UK. Kirk, come to the UK when AJ fights Fury. I will. I'll be with Big Dean, Wiley. Shout out to Pro Bees, man. God bless the dead, because that was my boy. You know, that was actually a good friend. Pro Bees from UK, Pep Talk UK. Wilder is putting Parker in bed. Well, that's the plan. That's what he does best. So let's see. Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren have beef with each other. He said, yeah, we'll probably have beef on after that, but right now we'll be a fool not to work together. Wallin fights dirty, if you guys can remember, against Fury. Imagine if he cuts AJ's eye and just starts using his thumb. Yeah, he tried to get that shit to stop. I mean, they should have stopped that fight, to be real with you. That cut was just too bad. Get a capture card, Kurt. What is that? Parker should have said, I'm bringing a pillow, but not for me. Yeah, but Parker is an honest bloke. He don't really talk a lot of shit. You know, you can tell. He's just like, you know, everything's good. Everything's well. Thank you very much. Like, yeah. Parker ain't no shit talker, bro. He's a Kiwi, man. He ain't like no. I know a lot of like Polynesian cats, man, are normally laid back until like something pisses them off. But like normally, like normal stuff like that doesn't really. Like look at David Tua. David Tua he wasn't a Mike Tyson. He was just a regular cool dude. You know? Xavier, I can't wait for tomorrow either, man. Who else? Mark Madoff, I think, bro, he's going to run over Agate Caballero. I just see that. I see Sanchez beating Junior Fa. Danny Dubois and Miller. I want Miller to beat Danny Dubois. But Danny Dubois, I mean, if he was a champion, how good would he be? The only thing what would we gain as boxing fans for Danny Dubois to win? Sure, it'd be great for him. He's a young kid or whatever, but I don't think that he's boxing material, like championship material. To be honest, I don't think Wallin will cut AJ. Well, you know, I think that fight was just a bad night for Fury, but Fury still beat Wallin. You know, but that's all we have to go on because no one else gave Otto the opportunity. You know, so we have to think about that. Tyson Fury ain't beating Usyk. I'm telling it right now. Well, I don't think he will either. Then I think Frank knows that, so Frank knows. Well, if Tyson loses, where does Tyson go? Who the hell knows? I don't even think Tyson will know where he will go if he lost. Kurt Triple D should let his sister step in tomorrow. She's a good move in the ring. She's a better fighter than her brother. She is. I've seen her fight, and she's probably in Saudi Arabia with her brother. You know? Yeah, she's a bad girl. She can fight. Fury would probably retire, but I mean, I think that's an understatement. He would retire and do something toxic. They should have stopped the Fury fight, and I done blame Wallin for doing what he had to do. Now, Wallin was just trying. Look, man, listen. Joey Gamache was telling him to do that shit. Joey Gamache was. Absolutely. I believe that. Kurt, do you think Anthony Joshua versus Dempsey McKean will happen one day? I don't care if it does. I don't want to see that shit. Who the hell is Dempsey McKean and who is Dempsey McKean fought? Or beat, rather. We just seen him getting, like, TKO'd against Hrgovic, which that was a shit fight, bro. Zhang should have been on the card. Yeah, Zhang would have called out everybody. Ibalijola! Yeah, man. Zhang should. Yeah, Zhang, man. Zhang's a bad boy. He's a bad boy, bro. That was probably Dempsey McKean's burner account. Yeah, probably so. Dempsey McKean. I see Fury retiring, win or lose. He was ready to cash out a couple years ago, but got away with fighting White, Chisora, and Ngannou. Like, he's going to know what Joshua went through. He's going to find out how good Usyk really is, and then he will know. Nikki Blue Eyes Austin, baby, where you been? I've missed you dearly. Fully agree with you, Kurt, but has a Brit one got two back Dubois? Okay, and even more against the drug cheat, the quitter, the drug cheat. Yeah, it's the drug cheat versus the quitter. I don't know. The only question, would the drug cheat quit like the quitter did if he didn't have the drugs? Don't sleep on Parker. Man, I'm not sleeping on anybody. My eyes are going to be wide open. We're going to be right here, and we're going to be, and the shit is coming very near. You've been in Egypt. Cool. You know, my daughter, man, she's going to Egypt. She's being deployed there, man. Let's all be honest. That trilogy took more out of Fury than it did Wilder. It did? I don't know about that shit. I don't know about that. That's what it made it seem. And I think, look, Tyson wanted you to think that fight took a lot out of him simply because he wanted people to respect the fight he had with Wilder or the fights he had with Wilder. He wanted to show people, hey, not everybody can do this but me. Not everybody can take those right hands but me. But then go figure, he ain't fought nobody else but me. That type of shit. So as long as he can say it, that's what the narrative he wanted to narrate to people, and it sounded good. Like, look, I had brains, I had lumps in my back, I had spine trouble, I had head trouble. This man hits so hard, he's just dangerous, and I don't think anybody else can beat him but me. You see? It's not about how realistically the fight was. It's about how realistically he wanted you to believe the fight was. He wanted you to see how brutal that fight was. He wanted you to believe that, hey, nobody but me can take those shots from Deontay Wilder. Nobody. Then if he never fights anybody and he fights Tyson Fury's okay with that because Tyson Fury ain't fought nobody but him. I mean, boxing-wise. I say that because Fury seems to think that that's all he had to prove and wanted to retire. Well, I mean, Vincent, that's all he does. You can't bring up one guy talking about, oh, man, I beat Deontay Wilder. That's all. I'm retired. Like, no, dude. Wilder wants a fourth fight. Fury wants to retire. Fury was dropped by a phantom punch by Wilder. I don't know about that shit, but Teddy Atlas saying Wiley ain't going to upset. Wiley just has to, if he sticks to the game plan and AJ just has to come out. Use that jab, look for the right hand, wait for Otto Wallin to come in. AJ versus Fabio Wardley. That would be a pretty good fight. Wardley is faster, got that David Hay-like style. He could give AJ some problems. But then again, I thought David Hay would give Klitschko some problems, and he didn't. I think it would be poetic justice if Wilder and AJ both lost. We should have seen them fights years ago. Boxing fans were robbed of that fight. Stewart, man, that's a bold statement, but shut up. Shut up, Stewart. Fuck. That would be crazy. They both get beat. You're like, damn. You know what Tyson's going to say? I told you they were both some dulcers. They didn't belong on my level. That's why I'm fighting the little middleweight Usyk. Usyk beat them, and I'm going to batter him until he loses. Wouldn't that be something if all those guys did lose, though? Think about it. Joshua gets upset by Eileen. He's out. Wilder gets beat by Parker. He's done. Then Tyson Fury gets beat by Usyk. Yeah, retire. Again. Goodbye. The three-headed dragon then should surely die. Bars. Mike Tyson, in my opinion, is the perfect style to knock Wilder out cold. I say Iron Mike wins in a round one. Mike would be up under those right hands because we've seen Mike deal with guys like that. Coming over knee. Yeah. Wilder, yeah. Because Wilder gets caught with it. Wilder he couldn't handle that inside mid-range aggression. That close-range carnage. You got a guy that can hit you right there, and he's right at your chest. No. Dubois about to get booed by a New York tough. Well, I told you Dubois, he was no good at all. He was a quitter. He quit. Jarrell Miller is dead ass like a Timberland boot. Brooklyn. But basically it's always took Tyson longer to knock out bigger guys. We'll see. We will see. But people, I'm glad you guys came in for the weigh-in. This concludes our day of reckoning 3 of 3 as well. On top of the weigh-in that we've seen everybody on the COD weigh-in. The fights are on. Yeah, Rizla, they did play my 50 Cent. I like that. Yeah. So I thank God for all you guys that are here. Come back tomorrow. Yeah, we will be live around the same time. I won't be up late. I will try to get as much sleep as possible to sleep off this sickness that is upon me at this time. But I do have to take my computer to Best Buy to get it serviced so we won't have any fucking problems. But you guys be good. Love you guys. See you tomorrow for the day of reckoning. Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, Danny Dubois versus Jarrell Miller, all that good stuff. We will see you tomorrow. Everyone on the chat, everyone has been counterpunched.